Hey everyone, this is Unlock24, and today we're going to be talking about the Dragunity deck. The Dragunity deck is extremely good, and for those of you that are in a hurry, let's go ahead and get straight into the deck profile, and then we'll talk a little bit about it after we get through it. So first of all, we're running 3 Dragunity Ducks, 3 Dragunity Phalanx, 3 Dragunity Arma Mystletainn, and 2 Dragunity Aklys. For the spells, we're running 2 cards of Consonance, 3 Dragunity Divine Lance, 3 Wall of Disruptions, and a Windstorm of Atakwa. For the synchros, I'm running 1 Stardust Dragon, 2 Dragunity Knight Vajrayana, and then 2 Dragunity Knight Gay Dirk. So overall, the deck is extremely insane. I've actually been up almost all night playing with this deck. It's ridiculous what you can do. I've been trying a ton of different versions out, and in my opinion, I think this is the best version that you can build. The traps are somewhat you can swap them out for whatever it is that you want to run. I just like the Wall of Disruptions. If you don't have them, which I highly doubt if you're playing Dragunities, you'll most likely have the Wall of Disruptions. But if you don't have them, you can always put Security Orbs or Curse of Anubis. But the deck, it has a ton of potential. I think it's one of the top tier decks right now. You can do a ton of combos. This particular deck might require a tutorial on how to play and the combos that you can make with all these cards. I think the MVP of the entire deck has to be this guy. If you're in the lower ranks and you have a Dragunity Divine Lance, you are going to win. Everyone in the lower ranks run a ton of trap cards, and if you don't know what Dragunity Divine Lance is equip only to a Dragunity monster. It gains attack equal to its level times 100, but that's really irrelevant. Also, it is unaffected by trap effects. During your main phase, you can equip 1 Dragon-type Dragunity Tuner monster from your deck to the monster equipped with this card. You can only use the effect of Dragunity Divine Lance once per turn. So basically, this is way better than the card of Consonance, in my opinion. Card of Consonance still plays a really good role, and if you have a third one, do run the third one and take one of the trap cards out, or maybe just drop this to. I don't know if I want to drop this to 2. Maybe if you're in the higher ranks, you might want to toy around with dropping this to 2 and then putting 3 card of Consonance. I don't know. I'm still silver, so I'm not there yet. So I do have to play with this particular deck a little bit more. But the combos that you can do are completely insane. If you have a Dragunity Ducks and then equip it with a Divine Lance, you can just basically go off from that. You have a ton of options. So I think the players that have the most skill is going to take advantage of this way more than people that are just beginning to play. They're going to be able to know what exactly it is that they need to go with, and you have a ton of options. First of all, if you're going first and you have the Ducks, maybe a good move would just to be Ducks into a Lance and then just bring out the Phalanx and equip it and not Synchro Summon. Or you can also go all the way, going to the Synchro Summon, going to a Gay Dirk, set up for the next turn to get another Ducks, and then have maybe a Vajrayana or another Gay Dirk waiting for to be brought out to the field next turn. You can also easily OTK almost anyone as long as you have knowledge of this deck. I think this little guy plays a huge role in OTKing people. If you have a Ducks and then maybe a Lance, or if this is already out in the graveyard and you have a Phalanx, that's basically an OTK. And you do have a free option to destroy one card on the field, and most of the time you want to go for that back row. You can go into Dragunity Ducks, activate the effect, get Phalanx effect, and then Synchro Summon up for a Vajrayana. Vajrayana activates effect, you get an Aklys, and then activate Vajrayana's effect, get rid of the Aklys, destroy 1 card on the back row, and then just do a ton of damage. And the deck only gets better if you draw the Mystletainns. The Mystletainns are just ridiculous. There is a ton of things that you can do with a Mystletainn. I think it's kind of overpowered. I think The Mystletainn is, if you get a Mystletainn and a Phalanx or a necklace, or any other Dragunity monster, the deck just goes off. And I think the fact that we're restricted to 5 cards in the extra deck, it just it just restricts what this deck can do, and the fact that we can only run or play 3 monsters, it also puts somewhat of a restriction on this on all the plays that you can do. But oh my god, this deck is so good, and again, it is quite expensive, so. I think only the really serious players are going to be running it, or if you've been saving a ton of gems, I think this is the box that you need to be purchasing. This box has a ton of things that are top tier or meta defining. I'm going to say it has the all of the Blackwing stuff. It has all the Dragunity stuff. It also has maybe Secret Armor here into that type of thing. But I think this particular box it is worth to use up those gems that you've been saving. You will have at least 2 top tier decks that with Blackwings and Dragunities. Bora, it sucks that they made it into an ultra rare, because then you do have to open a ton more packs in order to be able to play the Blackwing deck. But if you have the gems, I highly suggest that you do go for it. Again, it is an extremely good main box. But let me go ahead and get into some of the replays. I only have 3 replays so far, but I will have more gameplay for you later during the day, maybe later in the afternoon or at night. Again, I didn't have much time to record that much, and I'm still barely in Silver Rank 4, and I started out from like the very bottom because I haven't played rank in forever. I haven't really, I don't know, I think there wasn't really anything out there that called my attention to be playing rank, but since this deck came out, I think it's extremely fun, extremely versatile. You can do a ton of things with it, and I think I'm just enjoying the deck overall. Again, if you do have those gems, I highly suggest that you go after this deck. I think if Konami ever does restrict it, I don't even know what exactly they will restrict to make this deck not as OP as it is. I think maybe restricting the Ducks would be the better call, other than restricting the Phalanx. Phalanx would definitely just completely destroy the deck. So I think in order for them to leave the deck alive, I think just the Ducks just needs to be restricted to 1, and I think that should fix a lot of the I guess the potential that this deck has, because the Ducks just opens up a ton of plays. And here you can see when you're playing against beginners, this card right here, the Dragunity Divine Lance, it's just completely gonna destroy everybody in the low ranks, because again, they rely a ton on trap cards, and trap cards don't really do much of anything against Dragunity Divine Lance, and Dragunity Divine Lance opens up a ton of plays. There's a Stardust, and this is basically already game, so yeah, he disconnected. Alright, the next one. And again, I did have several misplays in this replay, and again, I think that was because I was playing extremely late at night last night. It was really late. I'm only running on 4 hours of sleep, but anyway, gotta head out to work here in a bit, and so I decided I want to go ahead and get this video out there for you guys, so you can check out what my Dragunity build is. Alright, so Divine Lance into Phalanx effect into a, I think it was a Vajrayana maybe. Yeah, Vajrayana. And here's one of the misplays. I should have activated the Divine Lance and got the Aklys. I equipped the Aklys and then activate Vajrayana's effect, get rid of it, destroy one of the back rows, and then I would have been in a way better spot than I am right here. But again, the deck can go off with just a single card, and there's the I'm running Baggy's Leaves as a what is it, as a skill. So Baggy's Leaves allows you to draw 2 extra cards whenever one of your level 5 or higher monster gets destroyed by a battle. So again, the ability to summon just or to go crazy with just a single card is just ridiculous. And here you're basically seeing what that does. And again, that's again from just a single card, and like I said, the deck is just crazy, and it does a ton of things. And again, that is game. And then here's the last one, and we'll just I see this last replay, and and then if you want to see more gameplay, do come back later. If you're not subscribed to my channel, do go ahead and subscribe. I try to post a video every day, but every now and then I do get busy and I'm not able to do it every day. But I do try to, and I do try to put out quality content. Right now my mic I think is acting up or something, but I'll try to get that fixed within the next 2 weeks or so. Playing against Red Eyes, and again I do have the that Divine Lance, and that Divine Lance opens up a ton of plays. And in this particular build, I think this was one of the early ones. I was running a Card Trooper instead of one of the Divine Lance, and then after that I opted out to take out the Card Trooper and just put in the third Divine Lance, because just a Divine Lance is just it's ridiculously good. And there you can see all those crazy combos, and again, there's a ton of combos that you can do with this deck, and you can OTK almost out of anywhere as long as you have a Dux. This is Stardust, and then just basically attacking over. So this guy's running a weird version of the Red Eyes deck, I guess. But I don't think we'll just have to wait and see how it goes when it comes to playing against like heroes, which I don't think heroes are gonna do much of anything to this deck. Or we just have to wait, because I think Anki's at 2800, but with this deck, we'll have to wait and see. And I'm just gonna have to play a ton of rank to see how this deck does. But I do think this deck is a top tier deck. Well, in my opinion, before you start flaming in the comment section. So let me go ahead and let you look at it one more time. And there you go. 3 Dux, 3 Phalanx, 3 Mystletainn. It is Mystletainn, right? Yeah, 3 Mystletainn, 2 Aklys, 2 Card of Consonance, 3 Dragunity Divine Lance, 3 Wall of Disruptions, and a Windstorm with a Stardust Dragon, 2 Vajrayanas, and 2 Gay Dirks. So there you go. Do check back later in the afternoon or tomorrow morning for more gameplay. Like I said, if you are enjoying my content, do subscribe. If you do like this video, leave a like. If you dislike, leave a dislike, which I'm not sure why you would dislike it. Maybe because of the sound quality. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time.